I for years, since I was a little kid, I've struggled with emotions. I've had, whether through bullies at school forcing me to stuff things down and put a stone cold face on and not show any weakness, or whether at home with my dad being really emotionally unavailable and impressing upon me that I need to grow up and be a man, and that men don't cry, and men don't share their
Right.
this isn't stuff he necessarily came right out and said, but just the kind of the conditioning of that over the years has caused me to I've been really emotionally stunted for most of my life, I think. Well, I think as I went from week to week and learned the material and started to really be more introspective, I think things just kind of came up. And I fully believe that, God is the one that caused it to happen. My expectations were to just go and see what God had for me, and just to be open and try to be vulnerable. Well, we have these beliefs that we have acquired in our lives, true or false, real or not real, that we believe are true, and they're granted to us through these experiences we have, events in our lives that have been traumatic, and they are the foundation of everything that we believe. That's everything stems from those core group set of beliefs. Our emotions are important because they can highlight an area that is a problem. They can highlight when there's a core belief, when there's a false core belief, and we're responding emotionally negatively to a situation. That's a warning that there is a core belief that's underneath all of this that we need to deal with. Memories are important because they help us identify when we acquired these core beliefs. There's usually always a memory attached to it, and our brains associate things. It's how the brain works. So I think that's really powerful, that we can we feel a certain way, and then we let our brains do the association, and usually the memory comes right up, and we can go there and oh yeah, that makes total sense. I remember this, and where we wouldn't necessarily be able to get there on our own without the TPM structure and going through those steps. It just doesn't work. Core lie-based belief is a belief we have that is not true. Something that we, through an experience or a memory, something that happened to us, we believed a lie, and it's become part of us, and it is now affecting the decisions and the emotions we're having right now in today. I think knowing that we have these core beliefs that we're dealing with that aren't necessarily our fault, it's just things that happen to us, and this is what we believe now, and we act according to those beliefs and what we feel. Well, presenting it to the Lord and asking him what he thinks about it is really powerful, because it takes it out of our hands to figure it out and to fix it. It's not something we can fix. It's only something that God can do. So when I was in that prayer session with you, and we offered it to the Lord, it was just this immediate response, this immediate knowing. It wasn't a voice in my head. It was just this knowing that I had that it was okay. That lie that I believed is gone. God replaced it with truth. And I feel that truth, inside. I feel it. I know it's true. It's not just something, oh yeah, like we talk about head knowledge versus experiential knowledge. And that's something, my biggest goal going to Unshackled was, okay, I know all these things in my head. How do I get those to my heart, or where I truly do believe them, because I can believe them in my head, but that doesn't really help me, because the problem is with my emotions in my heart. And I feel like God that day, I feel like he moved that knowledge down to my heart. And from that, I think I've had more freedom, getting to our core beliefs and identifying them, and receiving truth in place of lies is powerful, and it's life-changing. And it's something that, if we want to have success in our relationships, if we want to have love and compassion in our relationships with other people and with God, I think it's a powerful tool. Try Unshackled, because I was able to have breakthrough. I mean, serious, real breakthrough. And I feel the effects of that in my daily life now, with my wife and kids and with God. I feel more alive.